Hi guys. It's pretty pitiful that I even need to make this video. And the only reason that I do need to make it is because there's so much of an effort being made in all of the medias to try and propagandize people against what's actually really being done here. I just want to say to everybody that's watching this, please understand that everything you are seeing right now play out in our political discourse is a fully scripted charade. I don't know how else. And this has been the whole last. What people don't understand is that there are social engineers who know exactly how to control the emotions of the population by feeding them the media that they want them to consume. And everything is being scripted to get the desired reaction out of the demographic that they want to get the reaction out of. Everything since since before the Trump election either, because Obama was a pure puppet president as well. But what I'm getting at is that these presidents, these sitting presidents that we've had for a long, well, I'd say at least since Obama, have been, and even Bush Jr. too was pretty much just a puppet, but with very little power. But I feel like what's really happened here is that the president is now just a figurehead that they use to control the emotions of really, really stupid people on both sides, whether it's the left or the right. Um, Trump has been a scam from day one. He's fully part of the charade. And the part of the problem is that what it comes down to is that the compartmentalization and the order following that goes on with our whole system that we have set up, the way it's compartmentalized it, and the way that people are just told to follow orders and don't really have knowledge of everything else going on. Um, it really allows them to create a fully scripted charade where even a lot of the people that are participating in the charade don't understand that it's being coordinated by people that sit above both political parties. The one thing that people need to understand about the whole Trump thing is that the whole persona around Trump was created when he first, the demographic that he went after when he first started campaigning is key to understanding how they planned on using Trump. Trump was pretty much going to be set up to be the anti-Obama, and that anybody that hated everything Obama did and thought that the world ended when Obama was presidency, they were going to be the ones that were going to be, that the social engineers were going to radicalize around Trump. And it's very important to understand that this is all being scripted, and it really, nothing that you're being presented in the media right now, like if Trump was really some sort of threat to the system, you wouldn't be having this. This wouldn't be happening. This is purely a scripted charade. Go watch the movie Wag the Dog, and maybe you'll have a little bit better understanding of how the media is being used. That's really the best advice I can give you, that for brainwashed people that need to like see Hollywood, even Hollywood, explain to you in simple terms what these people are doing. Like, I feel like that's one of the best ways to do it. Like, if you're stuck in this fantasy reality and need to like be explained explain things by Hollywood movies, just go watch Wag the Dog. And you will understand the charade that is being perpetrated with Trump. Trump is just a idol that has a lot of people that have an emotional attachment to it. And that emotional attachment that people have with Trump is what these social engineers desire. So they're going to use this time leading up to the next election to radicalize and get all of these Trumptards radicalized in time to start the next election. Like, does anybody wonder why they waited 3 years to start these fake hearings that they're having that will lead to absolutely nowhere but further radicalizing both sides of the brainwashed, stupid cattle? Like, don't you understand why they waited 3 years to do that? Because the reason why is because they were trying to wait to before the next election charade so that these could be used as part of their problem, reaction, solution. The whole skit that you're being played out with, and it gets back to the compartmentalization thing. Like, there's a lot of people that just are following orders, including Trump to some extent, that don't understand the full picture of how these social engineers are scripting society. And they really are using compartmentalization to a huge degree to perpetrate this farce reality that they have so many people buying into. And they're also, what else they're doing is they're also trying to make it seem like that Trump has more support than he actually does. That's a part of their propaganda campaign. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't really stupid fucking people that thinks that Trump's gonna save their world. I mean, I don't know what they think, but what I'm getting at is that there's one thing that Trump is 100% assured of, and that is that as long as he goes along and plays the role that they're wanting him to play right now in this scripted charade farce of a political discourse that is being presented to the literally brain dead tax cattle, they won't. It's just totally unbelievable that people don't see the scriptedness of all of this. And it goes back, look, and I think it's very interesting because look here, here we go with the second wave, thousands of migrant caravan traveling through Mexico to U.S. border. This is all created, scripted, it's created, scripted social engineering. People don't just leave their countries and walk on the roads with signs to the U.S. That's not how things happened prior to them privatizing the border security. And just here's another thing too. I saw this article because this is related to my area. Plane carrying over 200 migrants diverted to Philadelphia in an international airport. This is all being scripted into existence, and it's all being used to radicalize these demographics that have bought into these scripted fucking charades that are being presented to them. Who's paying for 200 migrants plane fare? Don't you people, this is the same thing they pulled in New York. There's private corporations controlling all of this. It's all a charade. There is no infestation. Here's the next question I want to ask, because I'm real curious, because me personally, I've never had a problem with a Mexican immigrant in my whole life, ever. So I would like somebody else to tell me how many incidents they're having in their daily life with these migrants, other than what they're being presented on this nonsensical media charade that they're trying to present to people. Who's paying for 200 migrants to be diverted to plane fare to be diverted to Philadelphia. It's all being scripted. They're playing with people's emotions, and it's just totally unbelievable. But I mean, it all goes back to like the way that they have these demographics split apart, like the Trump people supporting to think that the border is we're being infested with these Mexicans when it's actually less than it was in the 90s. They're just showing you stuff that is totally irrelevant to the actual annual numbers of immigrants that are coming in here. Like, this is totally scripted. You can totally tell that it's scripted. This is not how somebody is paying to have these, somebody's incentivizing these people to do this. And these people are no more a threat to the United States than Columbus or the Founding Fathers or anybody else that came over here after them were. These people are, I mean, honestly, I think that there's private companies that are using social engineering schemes in down in South or Mexico and Central America to try and get these people to do what they're doing. These people are being incentivized to do this, and it all has to do with trying to further radicalize these people that have bought into these fairy tales that they're trying to present to people. This is nonsense. Nobody's paying for, only private corporations or government is paying for airfare for migrants. So you have to ask yourself, who's paying for this shit? And why are they paying for it? Like, Mexicans were never getting flown over in migrant herds prior to it being privatized before Trump got in. So the whole thing's just nonsensical. And just getting back to the Trump thing, like, you see, like, why would anybody think that Trump is not part of this show? Like that, like he's like him alone, Trump solely, is being allowed to fight the deep state and is going to conquer them. Are you people fucking, I don't understand the stupidity of you people that think that like Trump is somehow not part of the charade. Like, I've never seen, since the Obamatards, well, actually, the Trumptards are about 3 times worse than the Obamatards. Because what happened is the Trumptards were the people that were radicalized during the Obama presidency against Obama. And as soon as they were thrown their little bone, they jumped on it like piranhas and started crawling up his ass. It's anybody, he was already president and did not. If he would have at least drained the swamp of Fauci, then I would even consider saying that he accomplished something in his presidency. But nothing, he didn't do anything that he said he was going to do, other than the fake wall, which was a fake issue paid for by private companies to benefit private companies. Like, I never have seen a more oblivious group of fucking idiots than these people that think that Trump is going to somehow come back and save the nation that we had. Doesn't anybody remember what it was like when Trump was president? Don't you remember the pretendemic and the lockdowns and the masks and the $6 trillion he signed away to his banking and corporate buddies? And there was not one single person that was drained from the swamp, which was the whole thing that his whole campaign was based on, was draining the swamp. And all these, and like 9/11 nonsense that they tried to connect to him. And he was marketed, the people that are controlling the emotions of the really stupid part of the population they really know what they're doing. I mean, they have the emotions of this population in their back pocket, and they know just the right strings to pull and things to present in the media in order to set each of these stupid demographics off into being radicalized. And like, one more thing I want to show here, just to show you how these people, it's all a fucking show. And you're fucking so stupid if you don't see that. Here we go.
That I wanted to say, because I was very honored, very, very honored, when I heard that President Bill Clinton and Secretary Hillary Clinton was coming today. And I think it's appropriate to say, and I'd like you to stand up. I'd like you to stand up.
There you go. Standing applause for the Clintons from Trumpy Bear. All that shit talking that was done during the fake campaign, totally forgotten. And now you got Pelosi and the rest of all these political fucking parasites just clapping for the Clintons. Look, Trump. Yay, the Clintons. Look how proud he is of the Clintons.
And honestly, there's nothing more I can say, because I have a lot of respect for those two people. So thank you all for being here. And we're going to have 4 great years, hopefully, of peace and prosperity.
And lockups, lockdowns, and pretend viruses, and $6 trillion to the banking of your banking and corporate buddies. And please, don't any of you believe for 1 second that I am saying that Biden or Obama or the Clintons are any better suited or that are going to do any better of a job. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying, just to be clear, anybody that believes that these people aren't presenting you a scripted charade, you have the intelligence of a slug. That's what I'm saying to you. Alrighty. That's all I want to say. Take care, guys.